Iran is now completely exposed. We have shown very clearly that there is a price to pay when you attack the state of Israel. Iran knows now very well that if it continues attacking Israel, any target in Iran is reachable. Iran has gotten the message and actually probably is not going to retaliate more, because if it does choose to retaliate again or counterattack the state of Israel, the results would be much worse for it. We stay confined to the targets that our cabinet has approved. And that means that we will not allow any diversion from it, and whoever attacks us is going to be attacked by Israel. India has supported our right for self-defense. I think that when you look at what Israel is doing, it goes without saying, it's beyond doubt, that Israel is not trying to escalate the conflict.
Attack.
Well, as we've seen during the night, Israel attacked in a very precise way military targets in Iran. We have neutralized the air defense system of Iran, and we have destroyed missile capabilities, missile factories, and other air capabilities that the Iranians have. Iran is now completely exposed. We have shown very clearly that there is a price to pay when you attack the state of Israel, and we are staying at this point very focused in not escalating further. We want to be confined in the targets of that the Israeli cabinet has defined. That means to completely eradicate the military capabilities of Hamas, bring back our hostages, and make sure that Hamas doesn't rearm and regroup. And in the north, we want to bring our 70,000 citizens that we had to evacuate from the north as a result of the Hezbollah attack back home. Now, Iran, unfortunately, has decided to escalate the situation and widen the attack against Israel. Israel is not going to allow that. And Iran knows now very well that if it continues attacking Israel, any target in Iran is reachable.
Right. So Iran said that its air defenses had successfully countered the attack, and some locations suffered limited damages. How do you see such statements from Iran, and do you expect any future retaliation from Iran? And in case it does, what would be Israel's plan?
Well, we are used to this kind of lies coming from Iran, but it's a good sign. I think it's a sign that Iran has gotten the message and actually probably is not going to retaliate more, because if it does choose to retaliate again or counterattack the state of Israel, the results would be much worse for it. So this is our clear message. We send this message in multiple channels to the Iranians. Stay out of this. Stop attacking the state of Israel. If you stop attacking us, we will refrain from attacking you. We will continue defending ourselves, both against Hamas, against Hezbollah, against any terrorists anywhere in the world, including inside Iran. But we are not interested in a regional escalation.
Right. So how do you see the conflict escalating into a wider one, since Hezbollah is also involved? We saw recently there was a drone that was launched towards Israeli Prime Minister's residence. So how do you see this conflict moving forward?
Well, as I said, we stay confined to the targets that our cabinet has approved. And that means that we will not allow any diversion from it, and whoever attacks us is going to be attacked by Israel. So Hezbollah can try to continue attacking Israel. We have shown that we have the capabilities to actually damage their aggression capabilities in a very, very significant way. And we're going to continue doing that until we are able in the north to implement UN Security Council Resolution 1701 and bring back our residents back to their homes safely.
So we have seen reactions coming in from the world, including US. Soon we are going to have an election, a change of guard in US in November. Do you think that would have an impact on the overall situation? And since US is a very important ally of Israel?
Well, as you've seen, Israel's response has been very responsible. We are enjoying full support of the American administration. The US not only has supported our counterattack. It has also supplied defense systems to Israel, the THAAD systems that have been delivered in the last few weeks. We are seeing support from wall to wall in American Congress to the actions that we are taking. And we are seeing also countries in the Middle East that are not satisfied with the situation, but not only that they are not condemning Israel, they are not trying to prevent the Israeli action. So this is very important. I think Iran got a very clear message today that the region, not only Israel, but the region and the world are not ready to accept the continuation of their aggression.
Right. So how do you see India's role in this conflict? Since India has been calling for restraint and it has been calling for de-escalation. It has good relations with Israel and Iran. So how do you think India can play a role when it comes to stability in the West Asia region?
Well, we are very encouraged by the fact that India has supported our right for self-defense. I think that when you look at what Israel is doing, it goes without saying, it's beyond doubt that Israel is not trying to escalate the conflict in the time that Iran is trying to escalate. So I think here the interests of India and Israel coincide.
Right. What about the role of United Nations? We know that the Israeli Foreign Minister tweeted yesterday saying that the Secretary General Guterres has reached new heights of hypocrisy and insensitivity. So how do you see that in the role of United Nations so far?
Well, our foreign minister was completely right because 1 or 2 days before his statement, Secretary General Guterres has decided to condemn the taking out of an UNRWA operative that was actually in charge of killing 15 innocent people inside a building on the 7th of October. So how can you condemn an attack against a mass murder? That's completely unacceptable. So the fact that Guterres decided to do that, I think, is reprehensible. We think, though, that the UN has a role to play. As you know, UNIFIL is deployed in South Lebanon. So far, it didn't succeed in preventing the deployment of Hezbollah forces in the south. What we want to see now, following our operation, following the fact that Israel has cleared out the entire border area on the northern side to our border, we want to see a situation that we can verifiably implement UN Security Council Resolution 1701. And that means that the UNIFIL forces have to have the mandate and the capability to prevent Hamas operatives from returning back to the border area.
Excellency, just last question. What next for West Asia region? Is ceasefire still on the table, and how long does Israel plans to continue with its operation?
Well, Israel is always ready for a ceasefire. We want Hamas to lay down the weapons and release the hostages. We are ready to accommodate their exits from the Gaza Strip. We want to create a mechanism in the north by which the Security Council resolutions can be implemented. And if we get those assurances, then no doubt we can reestablish stability in our region.